Hello, how's everybody doing out there? YDBT Daily coming at you. I want to thank Ford for giving me the content to talk about today, because I was kind of struggling with content in terms of I can make it up as I go along. I talk enough shit for everybody, but Ford is rumored to be developing wait a minute, guys, it's almost as if somebody was talking about this for 5 years. A hybrid Mustang. That's right. We're going to read a Car and Driver article outlining some of the thought process that Ford is rumored to be developing a hybrid Mustang, which then kind of lends to the thought process of all-wheel drive. We've been yelling this from the rooftops for many years. And then when the E-Ray came out, I said, fuck all that. There it is. I don't need a Mustang. We got an E-Ray. We got a pushrod V8 with good torque and electric motor assist. Runs 1060s as is. And we can go party. But no. After Tuesday's episode where we talked about the fact that the F-150 is more than likely the better bang for the buck to build a vehicle, Ford comes out with rumors supposedly that they're going to eventually offer a hybrid Mustang. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about younger people getting into the car hobby. It's almost like younger people trying to buy a house. Have you noticed that a absolute rat of a car is $5, $6, $7, $10,000? So a young person that wants to get into the hobby is priced out of a hobby unless they finance it, which puts them in a terrible financial spot going forward. We'll talk about that, many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
I love how he says "fuck it" just really loud. Gotta love it, Mr. Bill O'Reilly. Saying hello to the people out there on this YDBT Daily coming at you. PMAS, St. James PMAS, best cold air checks on the planet, best HPX sensors, best cold airs, best build it yourself, DIY, whatever. Cold air kits. Hit up Nick James and PMAS, hashtag YDBT at checkout. You might get something. Oh my God Cookies, OhMyGodCookies.com. They're back sponsoring the show, getting you guys some cookies. So please do me a favor. If you like to get fat, and maybe if you get lucky and she gets a little loosey-goosey with the lotion, you might get a special treat in the box. Do you know what I am saying? OhMyGodCookies.com. DNAPharmacy.com, your online parts house sponsor of the show. Injectors, fuel systems. You're going to get a complete motor if you want. Twin turbo kits, superchargers. Magnuson, I'm sure, is going to start selling there. Who knows? But check out DNAPharmacy.com for any of your Go Fast goodies. You're going to save some money if you say you're an Amory member. Partom.com. Crank and pallets, used transmissions, used motors, used wheels, tires, panels, anything you want. A complete roller. Check them out at partsfarm.com. Again, also, hashtag YDBT at checkout, or text Rob directly, Rob Bowen. Let him know that you're an Amory member, you want to buy something. Total Solution, run me down on Total Solution. He's going to be potentially getting some Magnuson blowers. I'm trying to work some deals to get everyone on game, just to give you guys options. Check out Rami's Down in Puerto Rico. They're about to become a state or an independent country, a banana republic. Who the fuck knows? And Bellac Industries. If you want to help a guy that wants to go 100 miles an hour in a boat, you're going to go get yourself a set of Bellac wheels. That's right, Bellac wheels. And you can let the cops know in your area that you sell drugs. And ridgeprint.com/YDBT if you want to support the show and, get some merchandise. YDBT hat, Amory hat, YDBT trucker and Amory hat, Dolo round, YDBT and Emery flat, Shiesty if you want. It's winter time and it's time to rob people. And if you want to rob people in style, you get yourself a YDBT. Oh my God, it's so stupid. Shiesty. Section 8, shirts and hoodies, Hush Money shirts and hoodies, ZR50. It's coming along nicely. Turbos are mounted. Nice shit. And hoodies, Booty Juice if you like running E30 in your 24 Mustang. Shirts and hoodies, Elote Juice, which is E85 if you want to run E85, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, DT350, 85 to 86, 87 to 93. Save the manual shirts, 1320 Didios. at 1320, YDBT Amory, vertical, all the goodies, and stickers. If you definitely want to rep that you're running elote juice or booty juice, you got options for everything down here. Good shit. Let's say hi to the people here. We'll talk about the article where Ford basically tries to do what we've been talking about for 4 freaking years. A hybrid Mustang. Nick, Andy Ali, Wesley Stewart, one of on RTR, Monty 540, B. Lavesh, 50, Big Pops, Frank Donahue, TC. Interesting. Z33, Kim Zilla, Mark Christensen, Clint Stroke, Gallo Bravo, Tony the Truck Guy, Joshua Judd, Toilet Dumper, El Verga Larga, Sixuki 93, Clean 93 GT, Yusuf, Clean 93 GT, Deuce Magana, Candice Luber, Slow 99, Joe Swish, Robo Style, Nardi Mercado, back driving the truck, talking that shit. Missed his posts. TJ Sikorsky, JD Swag, Der Store, D-Rock Fox, Carlos Bahena, semi-retired truck racer, Rizzy with the F-Cam, Stuart D, Mustang Dennis, Tony the Truck Guy, Blake Bailey, Stuart D, El Verga again, Bondo Bird missing third as we speak with his weak-ass calf game. Oh, I got bigger calves. Well, technically, obese people have bigger pecs. You're not obese. Relax. Just get back in the gym and get some cuts in the motherfuckers. Lemonade, Jimmy 007, I'm Hung Solo, 50 Stallion, Bryson Witt, Rich 50, Bryson Witt with the fucking links. I love you. HF Regret, Alfredo, Boosted EPA, and all the usual suspects. Let's get right to the article. No fucking around. Let's get after it, okay? Because we've been talking about this for years on this channel. We are ahead of the game. We're ahead of the curve. Fuck everyone and their mother. Ford, September 24th, yesterday, 2025. Car and Driver article by Jack Fitzgerald. Ford is developing a hybrid Mustang according to a new report. I was singing Metallica Turn the Page because I put Corey's voice to it. I could not stop laughing. It's just so much fun. Let's just get right to the article. According to the report, development is currently underway for a hybrid version of the current generation S650 Mustang, which it has internally codenamed the S650E. Unfortunately, the report doesn't give confirmation for what sort of hybrid powertrain it would have, with no time frame for one to expect a hybrid Stang. There's no guarantee that Ford will actually bring the model to production, but according to the report, the project is far enough into development that the prototype mules are being tested. Talk of a hybrid Mustang has come and gone for years, stretching back to 2017 when then CEO Mark Fields announced Ford would start production of a hybrid Mustang that obviously never came to fruition, but the rumors persisted. Ford current CEO, fuck my ass Elon Musk, Jim Farley, says that in 2023, a hybrid Mustang was in the cards before doubling down on the statement a year later. The current Mustang was introduced in 2022, so just about due for a mid-cycle refresh, with Ford recently confirming that the internal combustion Mustang will live to the 2030s. Ugh, you're going to live with that shit-ass body style for a long time. That opens the door for a hybrid option down the line, even if there isn't a huge demand for the car now. In the past few years, have proved anything is that the customer opinion can change with the wind. Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. No, not your mother. The weight. How heavy is it going to be? How heavy? Current Mustangs are 4,000 pounds. Okay? 2024 and up Mustangs at their lightest are 3,800, 3,900. Fully loaded, decked out with all the goodies, 4,000 plus pounds, especially with the 10R80. So now you're going to add literally 1,000 more pounds. Yeah, that's just how it is. A 5,000 pound hybrid Mustang is so fucking stupid, it's not even funny. Because the current car is 4,000 pounds. Now, the E-Ray somehow got around that by putting the battery in the center console, very small. It has some pretty good tech, but that doesn't mean Ford doesn't have good tech. They teamed up with Red Bull, and Red Bull has hybrid technology going, that you use in F1. So maybe they can borrow some of that technology, get the weight low. But based on how Ford does anything, do you really think they're going to bring exotic? Okay, couple of wrinkles here. Are they going to bring exotic materials to the Mustang? And if so, how much is that going to cost? How much is it going to weigh? How heavy is a F-150? RCSB? 4,500 pounds? 46 tops? Let's say a fully loaded, decked out XL or whatever the hell they call them. I don't think it gets over 47, right? I don't think it gets to 47. A 44 to 4,500, maybe 4,600 pound twin turbo truck it comes with 4-wheel drive, all powered by the ICE an ICE motor, internal combustion engine. But now, if you're going to make a hybrid drivetrain, I'm hoping that you get the shine from the Red Bull partnership, which is wonderful. I am not going to say it's not wonderful, but I'm hoping that you get some really good tech. But the problem with that is the price. A lot of people say that the S650 did not sell because of the price. Yeah, it didn't sell because of the price, Alex. And I argued, ask Jay Walker, I was arguing and yelling at people. People are buying $80,000 BMWs. They're buying them up. Not a problem. They're getting them, having a good old time. The Mustang's problem is what you were getting for your money. You were getting the equivalent of a Gen 3 Mustang in terms of performance, maybe a couple of Samsung tablets as a dash, and you were like, man, I don't think this was worth $53,000. You know, a base Mustang with maybe 401A package, some leather, nice tablets, not the wheel package like the Lunds have. The Lunds have a premium GT non-performance pack, which is the one to get, let's be honest. Basic wheels, all the amenities. That car is probably mid-50s, okay? So you're like, okay, I can afford the car, but what am I getting for the car? So for 2 whole years, you got an untunable car that the only thing you could do to make it any faster was gut it NA, splashy 30 like a retard, or get a $12,000 Whipple kit with Predator 55-pound injectors, and they were telling you, yeah, sure, 14, 15 pounds of boosters, no problem on those. Yep, no problem. Fuel trim's wigging out, no big deal. Just put a booster pump in it and everything's going to be good. So now, that same body is going to be at least 4,000 pounds. So is Ford going to develop a drivetrain that gives you another 200 horsepower and doesn't add more than 400 pounds of weight? Because let's be honest, if you're going to make it the same weight as a RC SB F-150, which you inadvertently made your best performing vehicle, like inadvertently made it your best performing vehicle. You didn't make it the best performing vehicle. Mexican in Houston did. You owe everything to the culture of the troquita, troqueando, puro pinche 956 a la verga, cuz.
Puro pinche 956 a la verga, cuz.
You owe the whole success of the F-150 race game is literally credited to the guys in the Texas area that just race trucks. So back to the Mustang. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make a 4,400 pound Mustang at least. So, okay, what's that cost? Because if you can add 200 more horse and all-wheel drive technology, and the car only weighs another 400 pounds, that means it's going to be expensive. So what's the base price of an S650E? $100,000. Why do I say that? Who are you competing against? There is no Camaro. There is a Charger, and we don't know if they're going to go hybrid soon. They got the Hurricane and already have electric stuff in that big long, and it's going to be 5,900 pounds. Okay? But they got a leg up on you. They have a twin turbo inline 6 that they might be able to hybridize, make all-wheel drive. Actually, they may have an all-wheel drive. I think Hurricane HO variant of that Charger. So, not that anyone's going to buy it. It's just too big and too heavy. But let's think on Mustang. Who's your competition? It's going to be Corvette. It's going to be Corvette. It's the E-Ray. And when I, or any layman, unless you are an absolute fanboy, looks at an E-Ray for $100,000 versus a Mustang for $100,000, you would be retarded. Like Tylenol, third trimester, retarded to buy a Mustang over an E-Ray if they're both similar price. So we can talk about that. Also, talk about getting into the hot rodding hobby. If you're a young guy, if you're a young kid and you want to hit up the trades and you're not going to spend your money on fucking college so they can indoctrinate you to hate the U.S., you're going to be looking at a project car. Maybe your dad, you know, wants to help you out with a project car because you're going to go to the trades and you want to get your hands dirty. And I respect that more than anything. When a young kid comes out of high school, he's like, I want to go into the trades. I want to become an electrician, a pipe fitter, plumber, HVAC, whatever, welder. I love, you are speaking to my heart. So you're like, I want to get my skills on point. So I'm going to get myself a project car. So what is the most popular, the equivalent of the 55 Chevy of our day? It's the Fox body. And the problem with the Fox body is the same guy that was holding on to a Swiss cheesed up Hemi Challenger from the 60s in his garage. And he, for whatever reason, watches Mecum auctions and Barrett Jackson auctions like a hawk, sees that his car is, oh my God, I have a ultra rare one of, guys, there is a great clip that I posted the other day on Instagram, and it's a guy that I suspect exists in abundance. No, let's not turn that on. Let me see. Where is it? Did it go away? Did my story go away? Yeah, my story went away. So I gotta find it. It was, let me see if somebody reacted to it, and then I can repost it. Let me see. Nardi Mercado, maybe? Yeah, here we go. Oh, damn, it's a story. It says story unavailable. So what the video was, was a guy who apparently helps you price out Mustangs. And one of the guys was like, yeah, I got an '08 Shelby convertible, black on black, 40th anniversary package. And he posted it for $100,000. And the guy was interrupting, oh, that's $25,000 car. Oh, come on. This thing's garage kept, man. It's 40th anniversary package. So apparently the 40th anniversary package, what you get is Carroll Shelby, tapes.
If I throw a Whipple on my BMX, is it a Shelby BMX, for Christ's sake? Damn, baby, you're digging me out.
Oh, wow.
Wow, if I would have known we'd be selling Mustang GTs with a body kit and a Whipple, I would have never worn out my old ball gag. Ooh, that's a ton of dick cheese. Luckily, I'm not lactose intolerant.
So that's what you get, apparently, for the 40th anniversary package. But this guy was literally like, oh, I want $100,000. And the guy's like, bro, I love you. You're psycho. This is a $25,000 car. That's a bargain car, but you can't finance that car, right? The 07 to 09 GT500s are 20. I don't give a fuck what package it is. KR included. $25,000 car. Sorry. I don't give a fuck what package is it. No one cares about that car. That car, it's a cool car to make 800 horse in. Full stop. Se acabó el party. Move on with your life. Anything above and beyond that, if you want performance, turning, brakes, you don't get that fucking car. So if you want to get into the trade, you want to get into a project and you get your hands dirty, a Fox body. Hell, heaven forgive someone has an SSP notch in their fucking garage. Oh, this thing's an SSP. Look, it's a police package. Oh, so it has a better trans cooler, shit face. A bigger radiator? Whoa! Bigger sway bars and higher rate springs, And the guy's like, yeah, I want 10 grand. So a young kid cannot get into a cheap project car. For my Mustang in 1995, I bought a 1986 GT for $1,800. I worked at a yogurt shop as a kid in high school. And when I was able to save enough money, I got an $1,800 Mustang. Then I worked at a factory, made $500 a week. Had an apartment, had a car. I was good. Gucci. Shit was good. Life was good. That was the best time of my life. I'm kind of living that life now, but on steroids. I don't know if that's sad or good. But it's pretty crazy that the project cars are out there ridiculously priced. You can't get into an older Camaro. You can get into an absolute rat for cheap money, but it is an absolute rat. It's like skin. You can find some deals out there on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, but a lot of people are asking way too much money for these Fox bodies. Like if you find a HCI head cam intake, original paint Fox with a T5 south sides, subframe connectors, welds, bigs and littles, and Cobra brakes. That's a $50,000 car. That's a $50,000 car. It is psychosis. Crazy stuff. We'll talk about that. Hang out with the people here. What do you think about the hybrid Mustang? Is it going to weigh 5,000 pounds? How much is it going to cost? Do you think they should make it? Knowing that they have an F-150 right now that outsells the Mustang 3-1, we outtune the 24, hell, 21, hell, 18 and up F-150, 3-1 over the Mustang. Stop it. Real shit. I'm 26 now. Worked a few years transporting RVs. Built myself a 351 Windsor Capri. Putting fuel in it as you speak. I would say the F-150 with the Coyote would be better. Our square box Chevy of this generation. Now you got to understand that maybe Ford is looking at it from the completely stupid perspective as a turning car. So Europeans will love it. Russians will love it. Australians might love it. But in the United States, we're going to go, I don't care. We don't care. We have an F-150. I was looking online today just to get content for the show. A brand spanking new 0-mile RCSB is no more than $44,000 to $48,000, depending on where you go. $44,000 to $48,000 for a brand spanking new RCSB. You are a turbo kit. If you want to keep the transmission stock and live at 800 horse, that's a 1030 truck. That's a 1020 in the quarter mile truck. If you get a pure racing converter, stock transmission, stock drive shaft, lower it. You get the proper suspension. You get the Bell-Tech, I think, lowering kit. Twin turbo, I don't know, 11, 12 pounds of boost. Race gas. You can maybe get away with 13 with a boosted pump and 1050Xs. And you have almost a 9-second truck that you bought brand new through 4 parts at. And it was getting after it. Why would you now all of a sudden float a hybrid Mustang? Alex, question, did salt alleviate your allergies? No. Sleep did. That video was hilarious, but it's a convertible. Is there a picture of him with a college boyfriend in the glove box? I'm telling you, I am blown away that they're now trying to float this idea when we literally just talked about this Monday that the F-150 has overtaken the Mustang as the best performance vehicle that Ford offers. Hell, even the Raptor R, it's a $100,000 truck. What am I buying? A Raptor R or a hybrid Mustang? That's not even a question. Well, how much is a Raptor R? 120? 110? How about a used Raptor R? 2022, 23, whatever the fuck years they came out? Now they're tunable. You think I'm going to clamor for a all-wheel drive? Your all-wheel drive Mustang is the F-150. You don't need to hybridize that thing. You just need to make it better. You forgot the Belize package cars have crackhead, puke, and piss smell in the back seat. Now, by the time there is no OE police car, they're all ragged out. Everyone is changing interior. The speedometer, the odometer has turned 15 times. Oh, this thing only has 80,000 miles on the clock. 280. The fuck out of here. These guys are out there that think every police car package or SUV makes an extra 100 horsepower over the base model. Right. It has better springs, a better transmission cooler, plastic rear seats, and maybe higher rate springs. Same 225 horsepower high output motor. Piece of shit. D-Rock, there are some adjustments that can be made, but they aren't fully unlocked. Hopefully with what Ford Racing posted today on IG and Fuckbook, they're ditching Multimatic. So that is interesting. So Ford Racing Performance or whatever put out a post that they're going to do everything in-house. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means, but they're not going to ditch Multimatic. You know what I mean? Ford Racing. This is good. A lot of news came out today, so that's kind of nice. You know, give me something to talk about. Let me see. Is this it? Ford Racing embodies legacy. Le Mans Bathurst. No. Did they actually? Here it is. Here's the post. So this is the post that they're talking about. Our 2027 hypercar program will be built in-house by our own team, our goals, our standards, our history, our own hands. Guys, I love you. Who's been criticizing Ford about Multimatic? You know, you want to inflate my ego? Start doing shit this show has been talking about and don't say you don't listen. Because, guys, who talked about the fact that this isn't built by a guy with a exoskeleton? The GTD is built by a race car team. So you should judge that car based on other race cars built by other race car teams, not a production vehicle, the Corvette. Psychosis. But Mustang guys just, it's all good, man. Fuck it. Beat it. Who gives a shit? Shut up. Don't worry about it. So, interesting that after people railed against them, saying that this is the best Mustang ever built, it's a race car homologation special built by a race car company. You just handed them the body, the drivetrain. They did the rest. So, and it's made in Canada. Sorry. So, of course, the criticism was deserved. And then I've been yelling at Hybrid Mustang since the beginning of time. I even said some crazy shit. I said, put a 3.5 EcoBoost in the motherfucker. You'll have a twin turbo Hybrid Mustang. You'll have the torque of the EcoBoost shit. You have the torque of the electric shit. And that'll be a badass ride. But then the E-Ray came out. And I said, forget it. Don't even bother. Don't even bother, Ford. Because you're not going to beat that. You're not going to beat the looks. You're not going to beat the performance. You're not going to beat the weight unless, and if you are going to beat the weight, what's the price of that vehicle for that technology that's going to end up in that car? Stupid money. Theo has been, I've been talking about this forever, and nobody else was talking about this. Nobody else was talking about a hybrid Mustang. Nobody else was saying Multimatic, that fanboys were doing fanboy shit. Definitely are ditching Multimatic with the success they're seeing with the GT3. They're probably buying Multimatic parts for it. Right. They're just going to say, hey, Multimatic, can you just ship shit to actually Multimatic? Can you just have a remote located team? And we'll just say you're our people. Ford should make entirely different platform for a hybrid. Let it stand on its own without damaging the Mustang any further. You don't think the worst thing Mustang did was literally put the name on an electric SUV? Like this is all self-imposed. All of these issues with the Mustang and the brand and the name are self-imposed. You did this. You shot yourself in the foot. You put the Mustang name on an SUV. You started talking up this Gen 4. You started saying it's badass. It didn't outperform the Gen 3. Tuning comes out and it's now up to par with Gen 3 stuff. Crazy stuff. Specialty sidewall, so it's in-house. The Explorers that the police use are dog shit slow, like the slowest of all cop cars. S650 tuning has not helped Mustang sales. If you use a lot of our lot, for an example, you have 20 plus units that have reached 160-day mark and haven't sold. The F-150 inventory stays depleted. I think there's I agree. But what I said, Scott Ray, was this. And if anyone want to go back and check, I said, sales for 24 were like a dyno graph, right? I think 25 was way underneath. Then tuning comes out and it doesn't intersect, but it sure as hell creeps up on it. Now, I think by the end of the year, they're all going to end up in a very similar end of year sales number than 24. So let's say, for example, 2024 Mustang sold 25,000 units. I think 2025 Mustang's going to sell like 24,960. You know what I mean? And it'll be like, but that means why all of a sudden was there a Biden-esque bump? Remember the Biden bump? Going to sleep, election night? Fuck, Trump's got this. Look at that curve. He's way ahead. It's not even close. And then apparently every person on EBT food stamps decided to go vote at 3 a.m. and said, oh, no, we want to Wisconsin. Complete bullshit. I love now that the chickens are coming home to roost and everyone is going to jail. Everybody's going to jail. Fuck it. I say weaponize them. They did it. Why not? Why not do it while you're there? Z-rated tires, Goodyear belts, high amp alternator, better battery, old cooler, better radiator. They did have a Dyno Max mufflers. Mexican GTR all day. I'm putting a Gen 3 10R80 with a 7. I'm putting a Gen 3 with a 10R80 and a 70 F100. PBH air intake, which same inner diameters, factory intake, factory headers. Cut cats off. Well, I need a tune to run everything correct. Not necessarily. No, you'll just no. You could run the PBH tune. If you delete the IMRCs, you need an aftermarket tune. I didn't leave Ford Ford left me. I'm going to go back and probably pull a bunch of snippets from that and then reference this stuff, because the thing is this. You guys, the initiated, you understand what I'm talking about. You've heard this nonstop. You've heard this so much that it's repetitive. You're like, oh, I know what he's about to say. But there are people that maybe like you upload one of my 3-year-old videos on TikTok. Like the most uninformed people on planet Earth live on TikTok. The most brain dead retards live on TikTok. I'm not saying I'm better than them. I just don't want to give that app shine. And today it got sold. So who the hell knows what maybe now it's going to be worth something now that the algorithm doesn't have like Chinese spy bullshit in there. You know, you be like scrolling at night and you're like, oh, racist meme, droid, George Droid. And then, oh, right, you want to join the Chinese Communist Party of China? And you go, what was that? Did you hear that? No, I was just watching George Droid memes and some weird Asian, I don't know, and it becomes part of the psyche. Fuck that. Well, Ford have their in-house professional drivers as well. Parts from in the motherfucking house. If Ford wants to compete in the sports car market and supercars, they need a mid-engine chassis, one that can stay under $70,000, just like the C8. Parts Farm, get this man a steak. I'll be sending you a text in about 6 days. 7 days or so. Yeah, Scott, but if you call Ford dealer, you try to buy a Mustang GT, the dealer won't give you much of a deal. Big ups to the Parts Farm. Legit. Rob Bowen has been with me for a long time now. I bought Mustangs from him. Truth be told, if I didn't have the Corvette, I have 5 projects going. If I didn't have 5 projects going, I'd be buying cars from Parts Farm. I wish I would have bought that GT350, the red one that he had, and it was already crashed up. Would have just bought it and road raced it. Fuck it. Isn't there still a stop sale on most 2025 model because of the BCM issue? I don't know. But I know for a fact that if you are going to build something, you're not buying a Mustang. Because the Mustang's going to be fine at a drag strip. Now think about it. Let's think about what you need to make a Mustang run, let's say 990. You're going to need a drive shaft. Probably going to need axles. Probably going to need full exhaust, turbo kit, same. But on the F-150, nothing in the drivetrain. Nothing in the drivetrain. Just a drop kit, if you want. Beltec. You don't even need the whole bar situation and the anti-roll bar. You don't need any of that shit. Maybe a limited slip differential. And then 4-wheel drive, 4-high, launch it, click it off once you're past the 60, and then you're good. I'm blown away by that. That Ford inadvertently built a better race platform than their Mustang. Probably voted 10 times. I drove an $85,000 BMW M4 Comp a few weeks ago and an $82,000 Dark Horse back to back. Got the ick once I sat in the Dark Horse. George Droid, glad to see your feed was also tainted. I am a cultured person. I am cultured. When I hear a Brazilian song, and I see him and the cop dancing in unison. Okay, I saw the Charlie Kirk one. I felt bad for a second. And I was like, wow, they don't get, this guy's not even in the ground yet. And they're going in. So, George reels are the best, he says. Must have been the win. Late to the chat, just sent my dialogue to the best in the business, Alex and Lund Racing. The comments under your TikTok make peasant chat look smarter. That's the thing. I don't want to get into TikTok because I don't want to feed into the bullshit. But if I was to, back to what I was saying, if I was to post clips talking about the hybrid Mustang now on TikTok, people would say, oh my God, Alex is piggybacking up. I've been saying it for 4 fucking years, bro. I have been saying it for 4 years. Stop it. Hitting up the Parts Farm in a week. To go racing, do you prefer a ported 18 manifold or ported 350? Porting is irrelevant. Either manifold will work fine because the differences in both is negligible. Where are these drag strips anyway? I don't know. Florida has 3. Georgia has 2 or 3. North Carolina has 80. I don't know. Stick with the 18 if you're porting, Justin. Here we go. Parts Farm is solid, JD Swag said. They held me in shipping to the North Pole and were very patient. Nice people. Highly recommend. Recall fix might be out tomorrow for those that are waiting. Alex, it's a Zoomer. Confirmed. What up, Nardi? Yeah, it's interesting how much we have in common with Gen Z. Gen Z is very conservative. Gen Z is funny as shit, slightly racist, and well, we get along great. Not because we're racist. Yeah, F-150 drivetrain definitely more robust than the troublesome IRS, right? So what do you got to do to make an S550 have a very good rear end? So you need end links, you need tow arms, you need $2,000 axles, you need an $1,800 or $2,000 carbon fiber drive shaft, right? Hell, you could probably launch the F-150 on the stock tires and it'll be fine. I'm saying let's lower. God damn it, I wish I could do that. I wish I had enough money that I can say, I'm going to build an S550, not an S650, because you won't catch me dead in that fucking thing. S5, but then you got to put it up against a 24 F-150, so then you're like, which one is better, right? Because one has been 870s already. 870s. Stock motor, built trans. But let's say I want to go shoot for 9s. How much does it cost to make this car run 9s? Well, we know right off the bat a Whipple kit or a twin turbo kit on the Mustang. Actually, I'm not sure. Trans brake, I think that stuff works. I think we tuned a couple of cars with trans brakes, turbo, bumps, the whole nine, and they seem to work. And trucks. That truck had the trans brake and a bump, and it worked. So I'm wondering if I was to buy a $45,000, $47,000, an F-150 and a Mustang comparable in price, which one can go quicker, cheaper? I think the F-150 at this point. And on the street, forget it. On the street from a dig? Stop it. I saw a kid on TikTok said you should use a Cobra Jet intake with boost. Yeah, those guys just stupid. Did you ever see the Floyd video where they made him medieval Sir Floyd? I'm not gonna shut up before this channel gets deleted. I saw the other day someone posting clips on TikTok from the show. That's not you? No, it's not me. No, it's probably popular. Can someone send me a link to my channel on TikTok that someone is just posting shit on? Alex is almost 50 years old, Zoomer, and you'd love to see it. I'm with it. You can't be, yes, I'm old, but you can't act old. You can't be up on game. You can't have a little bit of brain rot so you understand what these guys are, talking about. And you got to entertain them. You got to get the young guys to listen to you. They like Unk being on game. And I will bang their mothers and their sisters. I'm at that weird age where I can bang your mom or your sister. It's the best age, I'm telling you. SRA swap, what it do, Bryson? J Walker, yeah, in before Nick becomes more mainstream. Could you imagine? The dude was on PBD, not the tuner, Patrick Bet David. And I actually watched it, and son of a bitch, he got me. I'm like, I understand. I get it. He's on a revenge tour. And he is setting the world on fire. He's like, fuck everybody, I don't care. So Patrick Bet David was telling Nick, hey man, you're 25, 24, or 26. You are so young, and I think you're talented, and I want you to do this until you're 60. Stop using the N-word, and stop going on everything else you want, but stop using the N-word. And the kid seemed like he took his advice to heart. So we'll see. Let's go. Road racing sounds fun a little longer than 8 seconds. More driver than car. Boom hour, I guarantee that you're not any better than anyone else. I understand what you're saying, and I agree. Road racing is better, but this is what's even better than that boom hour. You think I'm talking about a drag race track. You know what I did yesterday? I'm going to tell you, boom hour, what I did yesterday. I installed a smaller belt on the GT500. I thought I cured the belt slip. Unfortunately, I looked at the data log and it flattened out up top. So I ordered a 2.8 pulley from a 2.7 to a 2.8. So I'm going 100 thousandths or 0.100 bigger on the pulley and see how it goes. See if the belt stops slipping. I got the right belt, blah, 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 blah. So I went for a drive. I went Watt on Beeline, felt great. I went Watt on PGA West, felt great. On the way back, I saw one of those A90 Supras, and I wasn't about to do nothing because I got probably 900 horsepower, and this bitch is going to hook in third. This bitch is going to hook in third. It's not a problem. So I'm chilling, and the guy comes up next to me and goes, woo, choo, 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 choo. Woo, Oh, you got a burble tune? You got a blow-off valve? Okay. Put it in third. I'm going 65 or so. And I just told him to go like this. I went. I was so confident I was going to gap his shit that I just went. Go. He went. And it was over by the time I fully accelerated. Like, ooh, what? I just let off. Because this is what I saw in my head. Me revving it to 8,000 in third and then banging fourth, and him on the way home putting it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that to you. The car's a nice car. It's got the fake blue tailpipe, the blow-off valve, and the gay burble tune. You think you got something. And you revved to a potentially 1,000 horsepower car. Not that smart. But that was fun. What did I do after that? I drove to downtown West Palm, chilling. And then on the way back, I found a couple little cars to roll with. And I was like, that was an hour worth of fun. I don't want to go to a road course where you have to pay $300 for like a road course day. You have to take these classes. Just let me loose on that bitch. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. The street's where it's at. The street is where the fun happens. Build cars for the street. An F-150 is way more fun on the street, twin turbo, because you can do dig and rolls. And you could carry some plywood in the back. Come on, stop it. Yeah, watch that. It blew me away how fucking based he was. Time to run 10s with a couch and a lazy boy in the back. Oh, there's my TikTok apparently. Let's see. Oh, it just what? It kicked me out. Let me see. Something went wrong. Huh. Let me see if I can copy. It maybe doesn't let me look at the links, Bryson, but it immediately kicks me out. Let me see. Copy. Open link in new tab. No, it says oops. It's like a YouTube link. It's weird. Let me see if I can copy paste it. Someone said that my shit's on TikTok. Let me see. Control C maybe. Control C, and then I can Control V it up here, just like when I tune. Here it is. Okay. TikTok YDBT clips. 6,000 views. 8,000 views. Which one? That was the first one. Why do builders lock VCT? What? Where's the volume? How do you... Oh, here we go. VCT. The best feature of the Coyote engine. Let me show you guys what's happening. People are stealing my shit, putting it up. By far, is its ability to adjust cam timing in real time. Okay, so someone is literally ripping my shit. Now, I don't care that much, right? Because it'll funnel guys to my channel. If this channel is making money, there's not much I can do either, right? Because people take Joe Rogan's clips and put it up and they get paid. Not much I can do. But, you know, it has engagement and stuff. And look at all these clips here. Shit, he's got everything. Someone said, what? What? Ask your boss. Where can I send my money? Yeah, and I would hate if someone is out there giving advice under my name and people think they're engaging me on TikTok. Let it be known. I am not on TikTok. You are not talking to me on TikTok. If someone replies with the YDBT name, it is not me. Thank you very much. Open a new tab. Doesn't work. Got you. You have to copy paste. Got it. Did it. But Alex, the fun is in the mastering, the corners, and braking. Block you from your own TikTok. That's funny. F-150s hurt way more feelings. Yes, I know. When I see a F-150 roll up and he's got bead locks, or even if he's got stalkers with, you know, Mickey Thompson Street SS's, or even a regular wheel, it's on four-wheel drive, it's going to take care of me. On a roll, maybe not. You'd have to, an F-150 has to make 1,100 wheel to be able to beat me in the GT500 on a roll. So if he beats me, vaya con Dios, congratulations, you simply have a more badass vehicle than I do. Nothing wrong with that. Just like when I tune, exactly. I created a TikTok account that was banned. Second time I tried to look at some clip a friend sent me. I never posted anything, says the fish. Alex is right. Catching a good run on the highway, up there with catching some strange on a night out. Boy, that you know, that's the only regret I have from not drinking. I don't catch that strange at night out because, like, if you're not drinking, you know, you don't have that. They don't trust that you're in the same inebriated state of mind. If you're having a Diet Coke, what are you drinking, Diet Coke? Oh, you're gay. I'm like, oh, we still fucking though? No? Okay. Johnny Longarm of the law on blast around here. Towed for revving up. Damn. crazy. To be fair, that TikTok channel does have a link for your YouTube. Right, and I'm okay with that. Thank you. If you have a TikTok account with my shit and has a link to this YouTube, I appreciate it. But if you're replying under my name on that TikTok account, I don't mind that either, as long as you're giving factual information. That's basically how Tate went viral. They can replicate but never duplicate. The chair chirped again. The chair chirps nonstop. See? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I followed them. They clipped the video about us talking about how hated Nitrous Gen 1 and posted it. Got it. That's messed up. Not gonna lie. TikTok fiend. That's okay. Again, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna be like, as long as they're not making money on it, on my likeness, because you know when people try to make money on my likeness, I tend to want to make money on it because it's my likeness. Imagine if they try to tune into talking shit and they accidentally tune into talking shift. Hey man, I glued a couple of dicks on this guy's car. Then I blew my boyfriend. I put ice cream on his car. I took it all the way this time, finally. You know, the gag reflex apparently, you can build up a callus to it. What? Whoa. What are we I thought we were talking about cars here. Bunch of homos over there. Legitimate. Dude, stop tuning those F-150s. I'm getting fucking gapped on a weekly basis on my G80 M3. Today alone, I tuned like 5 F-150s, all 21 and up. And stay tuned to the Head Games channel. There is a sneaking suspicion that the baddest cylinder head is the 21 and up F-150 head. Could you imagine? The Gen 4 F-150 head being the best one. That'd be the craziest thing ever. The guy just posts clips, never replies. Great advertising for the show because people just fight in the comments. No problem. I then carry on, sir. Not a problem. So you're on TikTok and I want a giveaway. Tony Fullbolt, I'm posting your clips, right? Nick Papa Giorgio says, ha ha ha, L6F, sell it. I know you talked about it before, but a tune can't turn off adaptive learning on a 10 or 80. We have to use forescan and do it for ourselves. I think so. Or whatever the new version of forescan is for that truck. It's a different system. But yeah, in the tune, based on what I see, again, guys, Junior's the chef, I'm the server. I serve what he cooks. So based on what I see, I don't see anything that I have access to that allows the transmission never to learn. And Jake has actually done something pretty interesting. He says, actually, it's a good idea not to turn off the learning ASAP. It's a good idea to drive it a little bit, learn some good habits, then turn off the adaptive stuff before you go watt and start making it flare. You know, like drive, and then shut off the adaptive then. Late to the chat, did we talk about the Widebody RTR S650 yet? Hell no. Why would I talk about that here? Alex, do you like the crew cab F-150s? Absolutely. If I was to buy an F-150, it's going to have to be a crew cab, never an RCSB. I owned an RCSB Gen 3. Maybe you guys don't know that, but Champ Stamp was an RCSB 2018 truck. Bought it in anticipation of a PBH turbo kit. Did not happen. No problem. If I was to buy an F-150, it would be a crew cab lowered TVS, and I would try to go 9s in it. I would say, Magnuson, we need a rear drive TVS 2650 because I think their stuff is front drive on F-150 because, you know, F-150 stuff. But if they can make a rear drive, meaning the belt drive closest to the crankshaft, closest to the block, and then we can put a 20% in that bitch and 2.8 upper and maybe do an 8 rib or 10 rib, E85, 4-wheel drive, lower it, some bars on the bitch, Beltec, drop kit, go out there and try to run that 9. And that's it. And be like, I don't need anything else. Then just back off boost and just live a happy life. I would absolutely love to do that. Change your smoke detector batteries and check your bit rate. Not missing anything but holding her hair when she gets sick. Right, I don't like banging drunk chicks because that's just a liability thing. Adaptive can be disabled via Ford IDS. But what's the name of the new one that it's not like forescan? It's like, or IDS. It's IDRFS or FERS or ERS or something ERS. Stock Boss at 350, 300 track day. On 300 track day, probably 10 times instead of 30,000. Stock Boss or GT350 on 300 track day, probably go 10 times instead of 3,000 mod. I don't know what the fuck he just said. I think he just had a heart attack. Take a Tylenol, especially if you're pregnant. Head Games with the good dome once again. This is how you know Jews don't tune cars. Wow, I got... Alex got a clipper for free. Many creators pay people to do that for them. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's a fan. And I have to pay an AI to clip for me. Taj AI. So I pay $50 a month. I copy paste my show into there and it spits out like 8 clips and they're not good. They're okay. Road course and traffic cone dodging is whack shit, Boomar. I agree. Look, man. Nobody goes to a car meet and says, bro, this thing goes 2 minutes and 13 seconds around Laguna Seca. Like, nobody does that. Dragy doesn't give a fuck about road course. Right? Dragy's like, fuck your road course. We're going quarter mile, eighth mile, 60 to 150, 60 to 130, 1 to 150, and then whatever to 200. And it's the most popular product that probably killed more tracks anywhere because now you just needed a rough measurement of what your car was running. And this fucking device did it. No problem. Nobody goes to me and says, Joe, you know what's the hardest thing? That turn by the tree at VIR. Nobody. I didn't read your punchline. What was your punchline? Joe Swish. Head games with the good dome once again. This is how you know Jews don't tune cars. What's the initial first one? Soda Water, Jay Walker. Where are you from, bro? Jewish jokes. I don't know. I get it, but I don't know. I don't want to be banned. I just want to make money and talk car shit. Couldn't you swap a timing cover and run a rear drive? No, I think it's more involved than that, to be honest with you. FRDS. Thank you, Chuck Wizard. FRDS is the IDS version of 24 and up Mustang, right? Like the program that allows it to turn shit off. My daily is a 17 F-150 crew cab, but it's a love-hate relationship. Maybe just needs boost. FRDS is FT performance. FRDS has to be used on 20 plus vehicles. Thank you. 20 and up vehicles. Talk about hurting feelings getting got by a 9-second crew cab. And I've seen it. There is a guy that is in the Lund Racing page on Facebook. Let's go to Facebook. Fuck me. He has a on 5x turbo kit, illuminator or built motor, and Lund, Lund. Let me see, Lund Racing Support Group. Where is it? It was a crew cab. Bitch was rolling. I was like, bro, you were talking my language. I'll just show you some of what I'm seeing, so you see some shit. This guy went 11.2 in his Raptor R. Some guy obviously has the wrong. You could just tell whose suspension shit. You could just tell whose suspension this guy's running, right? Like you don't even gotta know when the tire disappears into the quarter panel, you know exactly whose suspension shit he's running. We tune everyone here. This is the Lund Racing. Oh, this guy crashed his car. But there was a video of a truck, quad cab, getting it. There it is. Look at this. Guy's name is Daryl Abdulovic. Look at that. It runs 9 something.
Is one of these brand new mid-engine Corvettes with a big old ring on there and a special edition
Great camera work.
963 at 144.
The truck went 963 at 144. Here's a time slip. 148 60 foot. 620 in the eighth. 963, 144 on this freaking boat. Shout out to you. That would hurt everybody's feelings. Getting gapped by a black on black truck like that with an on 5 kit, built trans, 6R80, not a 10 speed. That is a Gen 2. Just like I said, if you're gonna build one, y'all build a gentle, because the 6R80 is king. Talked to a guy today that changed to a different tuner because y'all wouldn't tune to issues with his 10R slipping. Oh, shit. Tell him to hit us up and I will send him the anti-slip value file. Fucking clown. Go somewhere else. Fuck you. Thoughts on Raptor? Read the room. We don't fuck with them. We don't fuck with wish blowers. They want to play games and take people off a list. No problem. We don't mention them motherfuckers ever again. We'll see how sales hold up. We do not speak of the wish blower. Exactly, Cody Lewis. Tiny breaks, bigger than tiny hats. Depends on what kind of meet you go to. If you go to a canyon, I'm gone. Canyon. This motherfucker. Canyon. Yeah. What do you want to meet? A canyon meet? So we could talk about the canyon. Fucking canyon. No, we go to Wolfie's. Stop and Shop. Big Y. Edwards. Get a slushie. Be like, bro, I'll gap that shit right now on the highway. The turn on 3. Some shops have trouble on the straight track. Ken. It just says Ken on the end. Build a Panther body car. Cheap to buy. A taxi. You're telling people, Mike M., that a kid should build a Panther body car. A Panther body. Why don't you build a Lincoln? Why don't you just get a fucking Lincoln Mark 8 and just build that? Build that. Damn, that thing rolls out. Big body moving. No tire in the rear. FKA was here. Exactly. No tire in the rear. FKA was here. That F-150 can haul the mail. Hail. People are scared shitless of the RCSB. Get a crew cab. That thing is serious. Fuck yeah, that truck moves out 6R80. Seeing a crew cab move like that will never not be fucking hysterical. Who is hitting me up? I'll get the fuck out of here. These bitches hit me up at 8. Mira, pendeja, yo estoy trabajando. Si no me vas a mamar el huevo, no me mande mensaje a las 8. Mamame el huevo. That's the only message I want to see at 8:40, 8:57. Papi, voy para allá con comida y mi boca bien moja. That's all I give a fuck about. What are you doing? What am I doing? If Ford were smart, no one knows what I'm talking about. If Ford were smart, they build the RCSB in Lariat trim. Don't know what the fuck that is. Is there a thing in Anti-like for turbo Mustangs, and how does it work? What Super Crew weight? Hybrid Mustang weight should matter if they can cut an ET like that. I get it, but you already have the truck. Homie Caesar. Yeah, I can give you part numbers from the 2.3 EcoBoost that cross to the Coyote. They're the same, right? I don't know what he's talking about. It's crazy. I've seen boosted crew cabs hurting GTRs and C7s, Z01s in Texas. Most definitely Lund tuned and pushing 1,500 horsepower. You wouldn't have salt in your breakfast. If you didn't have salt in your breakfast, Mike M., how would you feel? Mercury Marauder would be sick, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Do you really want to make kids hate life? Do you imagine you're a kid and you're like, Dad, I want to get one of those Fox bodies, man. Son, they're $10,000. Let's get this New York City taxi. New York City taxi? Yeah, Australians love them. Okay, but it's like 8,500 pounds and gay. It's okay. All you need is about 1,000 horse in those things and they'll run the same as an NA 408 small block Ford in a notch. Panther body. Why not a Firebird Trojan? He saw one on the road today. Is a TVS worth putting on a Sox Gen 2 6R80 truck? Absolutely. The VMP truck that when I worked at VMP, crew cab, when I beat that Viper, it was like an 11.8 truck on bitch ass boost. Every Miata owner meet me at the tail of the dragon. Oh yeah? Yeah, you beat me in a straight line. You beat me in the quarter mile. You beat me 0 to 60. But yeah, why don't we race at a go-kart track? I bet you don't got the nuts to do that. Oh yeah, you think you're fucking bad with your really fast 8-second Mustang? Why don't you race me in a go-kart track? Then you show up with a shifter cart and they're like, no, I want you to do it on bigs and littles. I have a Mercury Marauder with 650 horsepower and a 6R80. Pure fun. Congrats, you run 1130s. All the Edgars in 210 got boosted RCSBs. That Bodie accent fucks me up. It's Ivan's first day here, apparently. And Verga, Panther car. What's attractive about 4,000 pounds in a sub 200 wheel horsepower car? Here's what you do with a Panther car. You take the suspension and put it under an F100. They're donor cars. Inflation sucks, Caesar. Devil's advocate. The kid is less likely to wreck a taxi than a Fox. You're not wrong. The salesman will just steer you to the power boost. Busty fuel systems. There's already a dude termy swapping a Panther body. Why would you want to Panther swap? Why would you want to... Crown Vic. Crown. You know that's the ugliest car like Ford ever made, right? And gay. Victoria. You really want to tell some teenager... Okay, hold on. You want to tell some teenager, yet build this, teenager. Hey, teenager, build this. I mean, dude, plentiful, $500, 200 horsepower, or this. Fuck out of here. 2,890 pounds. You can go 10. I went 10.7s on pump gas with a small block Ford, shifting. To make this run 10.7s, you need the engine that's in the SR-71. Whoa, that thing's fast. What do you got? Oh, I got a SR-71 in there. A real one? Yeah. Did you see the crazy afterburner with the mock rings? The Viper race is how I found your channel. Miata is the answer. Gayest shit I've ever heard. Just got here, says Brandon. Did y'all see the new RTR abortion? Jesus Christ. Why? I guess we got to look at it because I don't care about it. I know that Parker, by the way, Parker's a great rapper. Parker is an excellent rapper. You put his voice on any rap beat, I'm telling you, it's very good. Let me, these guys, Nardi just takes GIFs, whatever, of everyone. Let me see. Where is, let me see. Oh, that's me and him talking. That's, I'm just trying to play. I just want to show that the AI is awesome. AI works just wonderfully for this stuff. This is, who's this? No, that's not it. That's Parker. And this is Parker.
Fuck being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick.
He says the N-word. He goes all in. He gets a pass.
And if Sinky's gonna tell the lap down, she gon' see some shit that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it.
Yeah, you tell him, Parker. Okay, RTR. RTR. By the way, he likes RTRs, Parker, so flame him everywhere. Josh Parker. I call him Parker. His name's Josh. So introducing the ugliest piece of shit you'll ever see. Introducing the ugliest piece of shit you've ever seen. You know, I just think they took Michael J. Fox, like now, and they gave him a Sharpie. And they said, you want to just design this for us? I guarantee there's someone going, oh, that's so sick. Oh, look at those inserts. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, that's so sick. Probably goes, then he goes watches George Droid memes on TikTok. Oh, that's so sick. Oh my God, look at the fender. It's so sick. What a piece of shit. And when he calls it an abortion, it's an accurate name. Because that's what it looks like when you like mash its brains around and puke it out with a vacuum cleaner. There it is. Good job. RTR paint schemes are just colored diarrhea and monster logos. I'm telling you. Rest in peace. What the fuck's his name? What the fuck's that guy's name that farted on shoes and died? Forgot his name. See what happened when you died? People forget about you. They used to fart on shoes. Keep his memory alive. My 1950 has a 2.7, but it does pull my 7,000-pound camper. Okay. Young Parker on the beat. I hate RTR so much. Them grill lights kill me. If Parker's rapping like that, he gets a pass. What the hell's even that? Stop it, Joe Swish. They took big-ass dustpans and stuck them behind the wheels. And then I guess Corey, I mean, he sings the Metallica version of Turn the Page. Like,
out there in the spotlight, doing the battle to fight. Every girl, so many
have been so fucking loud over there. Oh man, I cried. I cried making this stuff. Ken Block, shout out to Ken Block, farting on shoes in heaven. Sheesh. RTR versus Shelby. Who can make the car uglier and gayer? The RTR designers, Mother Guzzle, Tylenol, Ken Block, Ben Block. I bet that Super Boy will trade in for RTR. We finally got Corey's voice. He hates it. He did pretty good on the turn the page.
Balls out your fire, like the music that you feel.
Here I am on the road again. He definitely on the spectrum. What the F? Corey or Corky? The AI, if you give it a good voice reference, again, that's the way I got this. The way I got JJ the Boss to have the inflection was that way. You know, just
Whenever I jerk off, I think of that one time Big Chief bent over to adjust his wheelie bar, and I saw a little bit of his ass crack. Man, if that bull ever let me ride his junk, he'd never know.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Now, looky here. These be them rules for the race. Number 1, jump, and I eat your ass. Number 2, the chase is anal sex. And 3, if you jump, we come in your booty hole. Who's in?
It's like you lose 3 times. Like, what kind of rules are these?
Now, looky here. These be them rules for the race. Number 1, jump, and I eat your ass. Number 2, the chase is anal sex. And 3, if you jump.
Well, I jumped JJ the Boss, so I guess you gotta eat my ass. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure Ford partnering with RTR and them releasing this car is the reason that Ford sent cease and desist to TJ Hunt for his Street Hunter body kit. But then didn't Alibaba make one? Didn't like Alibaba immediately release a GTD kit? That and it looked awful close to the GTD. Alex, you got him singing that shit. Just sounded hammered. Yes, exactly. Sounded like a drink karaoke. He's definitely singing like he can't hear himself. You mean Corky or Borgie, loquacious of Bog? Alex, have you seen the S750 swap with the Gen 4 in it and the interior of the S650? So what the fuck was that? Was it just some dude that stole a Gen 4 and put it into a Gen 3 body? I was blown away by that. When I think of badass RCSB, I think of this midnight video. Sorry, this page isn't available. Oh, maybe they got me blocked. Look at all these people. What are these people? Oh, here we go. Look, you guys are the best. 3 people messaged me and sent me the clip. Thank you. You know, my fans are, I don't want to say you're fans. I want to say you are followers. They actually resent me the clip of the guy trying to sell his $25,000 Shelby for $100,000.
In Forney, Texas, 07 GT 500. What color?
Lincoln black, silver stripes with a 40th anniversary package.
Okay.
40th anniversary package. What is that? A badge?
25 grand with 40,000 miles.
25
Wait, oh my
grand.
God! It says you're putting it on the market for 100,000.
Yeah, well, listen, this thing's been garage kept. It's in perfect condition, and it's
What?
I can't find one online that's even available.
I can't find an 07 GT500 online that's even available. Okay. Used. Used. Sure. Ford. Shelby. It'll say Shelby. It'll say Shelby GT500. It'll be very specific. QR. What the hell? Shelby GT500. 40,000 miles. All miles. Okay. Zip. Show 307. Look for the year. We'll go by year. Used, mile, year. Come on, let's go year. Lowest price. Okay, 07. So let's go 07 to 08. Let's go 07 to 08. GT500. Okay, here's a black convertible with 17,000 miles. 08, $34,000. Here is a 08, in my opinion, the best trim, white with blue stripes. In my opinion, these year vehicles, This is the trim to get. White with blue stripes. Not the candy cane red with white. Red with white's gay. White with red is gay. White with blue, badass. Or black with blue if they come with that. Look at another one, $55,000, but that's a KR, I think. $36,000, $41,000. Oh, here it is, brother. Here it is, brother. Yours had 40,000 miles. This is an 07 GT500 with 15,000 miles. 41,000. He said, I can't find them anywhere in the country. Man, I can't find them anywhere in the country. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, but that doesn't make yours worth 100,000.
So,
You think the 4th anniversary, and it's a convertible too,
yes.
which is worth less than a hardtop. Man, you and I have a very large difference of opinion on this one. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but my advice to you is get your thinking down.
Yeah, and in 3 seconds, we found 7 examples better than his. $100,000. $100,000. You know, that's the best combo in my opinion, Jay Walker. Silver with blue stripes. That's the seniors spec minus the glass roof would be the dream spec, in my opinion. Silver with blue stripes is like just perfect, in my opinion. That car looks fantastic in person. I'll give him $15K for being a dumbass. $100,000 because it was in his garage. Fucking chode. It would be nice if Ford released a factory wide body to keep it simple. Why? But so is Dragy evidence for... So is Dragy... Yes, Dragy is evidence for cops. So now what you should start doing, if you start doing your Dragy hits, do not record the mile an hour, or there cannot be very visible landmarks in your video. It could be a night on some highway. Hide the mile an hour going up, but post the time. So it says 60 to 130 for whatever, but not the mile an hour going up, because you're literally showing that you're accelerating fast, and if they can pinpoint the street. So yeah, technically it is evidence for the cops. I'm going to have to stop doing that stuff, honestly. I'll just like say it did it. Or post a screenshot, right? Don't post the video, post a screenshot of the time. Would never own a convertible, body rigidity goes out the window. Those guys just want to cruise. Supposedly this a 4,800 mile KR on Bring a Trailer stuck in the $20,000 to $30,000 range with a few hours to go. No way convertible regular GT500 is worth more. Car Dude, you are so dumb. What did Car Dude say? What did Car Dude say? Commander, Alfredo, Car Dude. John Clay Wolf is a bit of a D-bag, but he's right on this one. Oh, okay. He didn't say anything wrong. But Alex, one of one engine hand built by Dixon my ass. Dixon my ass. Mine didn't have a glass roof. No, but that would be the dream spec. If you can find a gray 2014, mine was blue with white stripes. So, but they physically de-striped it. I think they're vinyl stripes on those years. So, Garber, the previous owner of the vehicle, de-striped it, and I thank him for doing it. It looks so fucking clean. I love the fact that you know it's a Shelby from a distance. You just know, but it doesn't have the chintzy stripes. But if you are going to buy a car that has stripes from the factory, the 14 silver with blue stripes, similar to the black with blue striped GT350s. That bitch looks bad. Oh, it wasn't even turned on, Carlito. It wasn't even turned on. Yo, I'm telling you. That to me. If you're going to do that, oh, fuck my asshole. I don't know. Maybe this one's, holy shit. Okay, this is better. Is this an R? Bro, shit. This bitch bad. Bro. The silver with blue stripes. The blue with black and, oh my God, I'm going to come. You know, I mean, you know, certain stripes are chintzy. This is chintzy as shit. This is just stupid, dumb. No one cares. This is stupid. This is pretty badass. And this is pretty badass because it's subtle. But this, shit. Take my fucking money. And it's an R, I think, unless they just bought some Project 6R wheels or whatever the fuck. Boss 302, glass roof, weird gay silver red stripe. Got it. Are they going to send me a ticket from a Dragy video? No, because they don't know who's driving it. They can't give a ticket to the car owner. They got to give a ticket to the guy with the license driving it. So let's say, for instance, I'm driving your car and I get caught speeding, they're not going to give you the ticket. They're going to give the guy driving the ticket. So unless they can prove it was you driving, like if you're videoing yourself, shifting, driving, and the Dragy video is going up and showing telemetry, yeah, they can probably say, thanks for the evidence, asshole. Here's a ticket or a summons or a warning, something. Alex, I thought you were Latinx, not Kang, not Crip. Got it. I like the grabber blue with the black stripes. Boss never came with glass roof. Okay. The Mustang from Need Speed movie was... No, it wasn't! You got the worst fucking taste. This is ugly as shit. This is ugly as shit. The hood, shit. The halo lights, shit. The body kit, shit. The wheels, shit. This is shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. No taste having mother. Big stick a wide body kit in it. It's automatically better. Like the guy with the Porsches. Jay Walker probably dreamed to have that guy RTV fenders on. And I wish I could afford one of those. That guy with the dirty hands and tape. And he just like glues fenders on. I mean, you want to talk about like Porsche guys living in some weird matrix where they think chopping up your fenders, like everyone else in the car world doesn't understand that. Everyone's like, why'd you let a guy hacksaw your shit, beat it up with a hammer, and then glue fender flares on with bigger wheels and tires? Like, stupid. You're driving one day, fender falls off. It's okay. It's built by that Jap. Eleanor Momo. Black with matte black stripes. Oh, why not just have black with black matte stripes? Can't even see them. No wide bodies on Mustangs for me. Exactly. Wide bodies on Mustang look like shit. That's ugly as fuck. That's ugly. Red one was better. But it went over 230. Just post your Dragy video, but don't talk in it. Say, that's my brother testing a car. Or say AI generated. They have to prove otherwise. The burden of proof is on them, not you. So if someone's going to accuse you of doing something, you're like, I wasn't driving the car that day. But then if they really want to be assholes, like if they really want to be assholes, they can subpoena like your phone records. And if it pinged off of a tower close to where you were at that time and date, yeah, you might have issues. But then you can say your brother had your cell phone. Speaking of crazy RTR pricing, local Ford dealer is wholesaling a 2022 RTR for $46,000. I couldn't believe it. I bet it goes for $30,000. You got to understand, those cars are only worth what the market tells you they're worth. And if you're literally buying RTR Mustangs for what they think it's worth, you're just, it's a false number. It's a fake false number. They'll put a price on it so they can make money on it, right? But at the end of the day, is it worth that? What car of the modern Mustang era has retained its value the most? It's the 1314 GT500. A sub 10,000 mile GT500, you could get 40 plus for it. And it's a 10 or 11-year-old car. And it's the last stick shift GT500. Probably forever. So, I don't know. I have one. But that one seems to retain its value. Mine won't. Mine's a race car. Unless somebody wants a specific blue caged up car to go racing in that has a Shelby. Yeah, I'll sell you the roller for 40. I'll sell you the roller for 40. Because you know, grabbing a Shelby and getting a Tick Vision cage and a parachute and all the suspension goodies is way more than 40. Wait, you can stick your stupid Trinity motor in it. I don't give a fuck. If someone gave me $40,000 for that roller, 30. It's got 9,800 miles. Get it out of my life. After I run my 8, of course. Yeah, I don't even got to run my 8. I just need that money. Give me that money. Alex, I feel like you would like owning a GT350, so why not go for it in the future? I got to get rid of a couple cars, to be honest with you. Donnie is going to be one of those cars that I would hate to give up because it's perfect. It's just a very low power car, 11 seconds, drive it anywhere, easy, good converter, great trans tuning. I want a new rug in it, new seats, and maybe a sound system, and I'll probably never get rid of it if I put a Paxton 2200 SL in it and go 1080s, 1070s with it. I'll probably never get rid of it. So if I'm going to get rid of it, I'm going to get rid of it while it's NA. So I don't think I'm going to... If I'm going to get rid of any car, it's going to be the blue GT500. That's the one I have the least emotional attachment to. And Donnie. unfortunately. Those two will probably have to go if I want to get into something else. I can't believe I missed the stream, says KJ. Black with the matte black stripes. Looks cool. How'd you even know it has stripes? Like, how would you even know it has any stripes? I wouldn't want a black car with matte black stripes. It's kind of weird to me. So, yeah, back on the subject matter of young, what car can a kid get into under $2,000 that he can build with like his dad or something? Like, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and you know what's crazy? Cars that I thought were out of reach are kind of coming back. Like, you're starting to see Chevelles for whatever reason. I have an affinity for a Chevelle. This thing keeps squeaking. I have an affinity for Chevelles or an old Camaro for whatever reason. I like those cars. So I'm like, and they're in the 20, beat, not rotted or nothing, but they're not factory showroom beautiful condition, like the crazy paint. No, I don't want that. I would never buy a car that is like really pretty. Honestly, the CTS V3 is still calling my name. I saw one the other day and I was like, man, that'd be cool. Like a low 10 or a high 9-second CTS V3, you could probably get for close to 60, but then you still got to deal with the transmission issues, the stupid fucking Chevy shit, Chevy tuners. I probably wouldn't want to fuck with anything. I don't think this chat is, I don't think the chat was populating, so I just closed it and see what happens. There we go. Hit live. For whatever reason, it wasn't populating at all. Let me do pop out chat. For whatever reason, it froze, so I had to restart it. Copy overlay URL, copy live chat, and we'll get after it. Can you swap a Chevelle? Chevy boys will be having a little meltdown. I don't want to do that. I don't think I would do that, honestly. You know what? You're right, guys. The SN-95 is probably that car. The SN-95 is probably that car that a kid can get into and build up. You're right. An SN-95. You're right. 100%. Yep. That's the new car to build because they made a ton of them. 96 to 99? No, 2004. 96 to 2004. The SN or the New Edge, 99 to 2004. Yeah, I guess that's the car to get into. And it's not going to be expensive. I don't like them at all. I hate how they look. To me, it looks like a bloated Ford Probe. But you're right. The New Edge is probably the new car that the kids would opt to get into. And it's a Fox body. It's a fucking Fox body. Start Mustang and Mustang. And SN-95. Fox are too expensive, but nothing under 2,000 really. Understood. 94 to 98 GT. I think the 80s Camaros never had any value because no one liked them. But now they have a lot of value. Hell, you can't get into like a IROC Z for under 12 that drives. 90s D-Series Hondas, I'm done. Cars that you generally build would start at $4,500. Damn, my Mustang was $1,800. It's crazy. Is there any non-American branded car you would build or buy? Yeah, Toyota Starlet. I'm Puerto Rican still. I would buy a 80 Corolla 2-door with a 22R in it or a 13B with a Bridgeport and a little turbo. And just cruise it around with baby Supras. Old heads are like, what the fuck did he just say? 1980 Corolla, 13B or a 22R with Webers, baby Supras, a T5. I'm telling you, that's the one. You guys don't even know what the fuck that is. Y'all don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't think he's including the 50 SN-95s. The origin story of my car. Got it when I was 19. 94 to 2004. Got it. I know I'm gay, but I really like the New Edge. That with a Coyote will be my next project. I love the S351 from 1999. That is the only one I would buy. I would never even touch a 94 to 98 S351 or Celine from those years. I hate the lights. They look sad to me. Can't find a decent Fairmont anywhere. Yeah, you can. You can find them. They're all just K-member swaps from any engine. For nobody even referenced the freaking 1980 Corolla with a 13B. You guys are like, if you go on Marketplace, look at this right now. Look, go to Marketplace right now. Oh fuck! What the fuck? There we go. First thing that pops up. $15,000. $15,000 for some repop 10 holes and a very mild 302. $15,000. Boy, you crazy. But then we got this. We got the Mexican GTR. I mean, that's a problem, right? It says 10,800. You know it's not 10,800. Ain't no way. Really? Oh, it's a V6. Oh, shit. It's a V6. It's a V6. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord. What the hell's going on here? It says Suzuki Katana shows a Viper. Man, Facebook Marketplace is weird. Facebook Marketplace is weird. Look at this. A Chevelle. Oh, it's a convertible. Get the fuck out of my face. There was a black convertible. Here, let's look. We're literally looking at Marketplace on the show. There was a black Chevelle coupe here. And is it, am I saved? Saved. Oh man. What is there a saved tab? Today's picks, browse, notification, buying. Is it under the buying? Saved. And then there was a here we go. I saved a couple of things here. Oh, where's the Chevelle? Oh no. So I saved this for some reason. I really liked it. I was like, hey, I could cruise this hunk of shit. Carbureted 388 with a turbo 400. This is so basic, so analog. Bro, I would cruise the ever-living shit out of this. Got some stud mount rocker shit going on. Dude, I would, but he wants 30. Right? Bro, you don't think I'd rock the shit out of that thing? AED, I'd have to chuck that in the garbage. I got to chuck that carburetor in the garbage. Their employees might want to come here and do something. Stupid. Let's go back to buying. Where's that black Chevelle? Let's see, Chevelle. It was black. It looked good. I think he wanted 40 for it. Here it is, bro. Brother, stop it. Hell to the yes. You don't think I'd cruise that bitch? 4-speed? Bro, if it got air conditioning, I'm going to jizz on it. No air conditioning. Whatever. Analog, basic bitch. Drive it anywhere. Bro, but he wants $41,000 for it. Could you imagine we're talking about this and there's some old head right now going, man, those things are $3,000 back in my day. And I'm like, I know. So were Fox bodies. Fender gaps are real on that $50,000 Fox. Any 94 to 98 worth owning is going to be $4,000. Alex gets a non-TT. Alex, get a non-twin turbo 90s 300ZX and Coyote swap it. Not a bad idea, but that's a lot of work. I missed my old 89 B16 swap CRX. I got to go back. I was supposed to be looking for a Corolla. I was looking for a rotary. Let me see. Starlet. That's the whole reason I even went there. I want a rotary Starlet. Let me see. Damn, these are beat. These guys are crazy with their prices. Like, I don't know what bizarro world. I think we have hit an alternate. Again, an Infinity Stone was taken from our timeline and moved because this is just a completely different world. Like, I typed in Starlet, Hollywood, Florida. It don't got baby Supras. I don't care. If it don't got baby Supras, it ain't no fucking Starlet. Oh, hell no. How much you want? 25? Oh, my Lord. For a lawnmower engine. He's psycho. Let me see. Rotary. And they're terrible and they're not reliable, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. No, I hate these. They're ugly. No. I want like a Corolla. Rotary Corolla. Corolla. Come on. There you go. Corolla. Like a 13B. What the fuck? 4-door. Okay, I like that body style, but it'd have to be a 2-door. And oh my God, what happened? Holy shit. That thing got jacked. Damn, that thing got crashed. I like how he doesn't show how fucked up it was. Are these baby Supras? These are baby Supras. Show the wheels. You motherfucker, you didn't show the wheels. These are baby Supras. These are baby Supras, guys. Baby Super wheels, 13B, little turbo. Give me that. I fuck with it all day. All right, I'm going to get out of here. So we basically talked a little shit at the last 10 minutes or so. But we talked about Ford potentially putting out a hybrid Mustang, the S650E designation. Really stupid, really dumb, because you have an F-150. Because if you're going to build a hybrid Mustang, it would lend itself to being all-wheel drive, heavier and your competition is the E-Ray or an F-150? And what's it going to cost? $100,000. I think it's a no-go. We also talked about the lack of affordable cars, but you guys made a really good point of young kids being able to get into an SN Mustang. I think that's a good idea. Some of you said Panther platform. You guys should be banned from the channel because you are psychotic. And we talked some little shit for a little while after that. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning. Peasant Chat. We'll hang out then. Have a good night. See you guys later. Have a good weekend. See you Sunday morning. Don't be late. 9:30 a.m. for the Peasant Chat. See you guys later. Bye.